This video is not a vlog. In this video, I will share my point of view on surprising similarities between Pakistani and Russian culture. So, if you are interested to listen to my POV, stay connected. If not, you may skip the video. You know, when I married my Pakistani husband, I thought, what could Pakistan and Russia possibly have in common? But the more I lived his life, the more surprising it became. Turns out our cultures are more alike than you would think. And today I will share those little surprising that completely change how I see the world. Family comes first. In both Russia and Pakistan, family is everything. Growing up in Russia, I thought I understood what being close to family mean. Like a weekend dinner, long video calls, phone calls with my grandmother and celebrating holidays together. But when I stepped into my husband's family life, it it was like stepping into a new dimension of closeness. In Pakistan, family doesn't just come first, it's the center of everything. Decisions are not made in isolation. Whether it's buying a new house or planning a weekend, it's always a group discussion. And it's not just parents and siblings. I'm talking about uncles, aunts, cousins, and even cousins. One time I asked my husband if we could plan a small dinner. He laughed and he said, "Small." In Pakistan, that's it's at least 30 people. It reminded me of my Russian family gatherings, especially on New Year Eve. We would cook, eat, laugh, and tell stories all night long. The scale might be different, but the essence, family being the heart of life, it's exactly the same. Respect for elders. Both cultures place a lot of importance on respecting elders, but it's shown in different ways. In Russia, we show respect by listening to their stories, helping with the errands, and simply spending time together. In Pakistan, respect for elders, it's a little bit different. Meals don't start until the eldest person take the first bite. Decisions often revolve around their advice, and their comfort is always prioritized. I will never forget the first time I reached for food at the family dinner, and my husband gently stopped me, whispering, "Wait, my grandmother eats first." I told this story in previous videos. It was not a rule, it was a love. That same kind of love I saw when my Russian grandmother used to knit wool socks for us, for grandchildren, ensuring everyone stayed warm during winter. The bond over tea. Chai in Pakistan and chai in Russia, two sides of the same coin. In Russia, tea is a cozy ritual. You serve it with the jams, sweets, and maybe some biscuits and chocolates. In Pakistan, chai is a celebration. It's the center of every gathering, no matter how big or small. The first time I made tea for my husband's family, I thought this should be easy, but no one told me about the art of making perfect chai. The spices, milk, sugar must be balanced like a symphony. I told about it also in previous videos. Now we have made it a family tradition to combine the two styles. Sometimes we will have Russian black tea after a meal. Other time we will enjoy Pakistani masala chai in the afternoon. Either way, tea is always about connection, festivals and celebrations. New Year Eve in Russia is a magical affair. Fireworks, sparkling lights, and the table full of delicious food. In Pakistan, Eid brings the same energy. Families gather, gifts are exchanged, and food is endless. What struck me most was the similarity in spirit. Both festivals are about togetherness. During my first Eid, the house was filled with the laugh, the aroma of biryani, and the sound of children running around. It reminded me of my childhood New Year's when my cousins and I would jump into the kitchen to steal sweets before dinner. Other similarities is about love for storytelling. Both cultures have a deep love for stories. In Russia, fairy tales and legends often come with moral lessons. And bedtime stories were a big part of my childhood. In Pakistan, storytelling is into a daily life. Elders share their stories and even humorous anecdotes. I remember sitting with my husband's grandmother, listening to her stories about her childhood. Her eyes lit up with every word, and I couldn't help but think of my own grandmother back home telling us about her good old days. Other similarity is food. Food in both cultures is more than just a food. It's a love on a plate. In Russia, you will find comfort in soups like borscht, and dumplings like pilmeni. In Pakistan, it's all about spices and bold flavors. Biryani, kebabs. The first time I cooked Russian food for my husband, he took a bite of pilmeni and he said, it's so calm. Where is the masala? Same thing he said for borscht, for our Russian soup. We laughed and it became a running joke. Over time, we learned to appreciate each other's cuisines. Now, our kitchen is a fusion of both worlds. A pot of borscht next to a plate of biryani. In both cultures, guests are treated like royalty. In Russia, you prepare the best food, offer them the coziest seat, and make sure they leave with a full belly. In Pakistan, it's the same. The first time we hosted my husband's family, I was overwhelming. Plates kept coming out of the kitchen and no one seemed to stop eating. But what stood out was the joy. It wasn't about the food, it was about the togetherness. Living between two cultures has been an incredible journey. At first, the differences seemed overwhelming, but over time, the similarities shone through. If there is one thing I have learned, is that cultures, no matter how different they seem, share the same essence: love, family, respect, and the desire to connect. So, to anyone out there navigating a cross cultural relationship, embrace the differences, cherish the similarities, and enjoy the beautiful chaos that comes with it. What is one surprising similarity you have noticed between two cultures? Share it in the comments below. I would love to hear your stories. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye. Пока-пока.